91% of people who filled out a bracket in the Chess.com Global Championship picked the 5-time World Chess Champion, Vishy Anand, to win against the resilient Pavel Ponkratov. Things began well in Game 1 as Vishy opened up a big advantage against Ponkratov's French defense. Vishy trapped Ponkratov's knight and looked to be converting smoothly after a nice advance, knight to h7.
So he was fully intending on the knight to die and just making some sort of blockade in the position, which, okay, that's fine. Wow. What?
What?
Vishy's like, nah, I'm going to win your knight and we're not going to trade rooks. Like, knight h7. This is what I mean. The French is an opening where, especially these mainline win hours, like, I don't think this was quite a cutting edge mainline. It was a little bit of a sideline, but this is the reason we don't see this opening in classical tournaments at Super GM level anymore.
I was listening to you, Levy, and I was taking everything in, but I'm still just so mesmerized by the move knight h7.
It's so disrespectful. I mean, he could have just taken his knight, and Vishy's like, Vishy has a sense of humor. He's just like, no, I'm not taking it.
But,
like,
it does make a lot of sense because this rook on h1, it is defending the white king. Yep. It also is covering that b1 square in case of a queen b6. So the knight on f5 immobilized because the knight e7 is loose. So I actually love the decision. I never would have found that myself. I'm being completely transparent. But if we had traded rooks on h8 instead, you can already see the evaluation is going in black's favor. It says equal, but with rook h2 check, problems with this white king over here, I can completely understand the move as it's justified. I just wouldn't have seen it in advance.
In the time scramble, the position became messy, and Ponkratov escorted his pawn all the way to a2. It even looked as though Vishy could be in trouble, but with precise play, he secured a repetition.
Still actively engaging his opponent in various aggressions, despite looking like his king is just on the verge of just total decimation. I think he will repeat moves. I don't think he cannot repeat moves, but can he? I mean, is there anything else? I don't think so.
In Game 2, Ponkratov achieved early pressure against Vishy's open Ruy Lopez and never let up. The nice tactic bishop takes d5 earned the brilliant annotation from Game Review. According to the engine, only rook c2 would have resisted. Vishy did seek counterplay against Ponkratov's king, but precise play from Pavel held everything together.
Oh, gosh, and then it's just a positional nightmare everywhere.
Yeah, and Ponkratov is just going to apply the squeeze here. Yep, queen f4, nice, just slow improvement. Not allowing Vishy any counterplay on the queen side.
You gotta love moves like king h2, right? Just like a calm little move, bringing the king forward off the back rank. Oh,
yeah, bishop rook c. Oh god.
Oh
yeah.
No. Gosh.
It's not good. It's not good. Queen g4. Wow. Oh my goodness. Ponkratov is just lights out this game. Yeah, Vishy sacrificing a rook to try to get some sort of perpetual or. But I don't think there's anything. I mean, his influence is amazing, and I think he's looking for the resign button.
Yeah, he never uses that button, so he doesn't know where it is. But
literally, he runs out of time because he doesn't know where the resign button is because he never has to use it. Good Lord, what a flex!
With a point advantage in Game 3 and on the verge of an upset, Ponkratov played solidly with black and looked to be well positioned to draw for much of the game until, in the endgame, Vishy had two incredible opportunities to advance his king unintuitively to the third rank and secure surprising wins.
Yeah, this is a big win for Vishy. He gets it done. Well, he hasn't quite. He's on the path to getting it done right now. Good thing he has 4 bars of connection. We don't see it on the current screen, but that's all right. We see it. Vishy. My goodness. What? What is happening? What?
Oh my goodness. Apparently he made a mistake. We'll go back right here. The king c1 is the obvious move, but apparently king a2.
What?
That's the way to go. And if rook takes c2, then the king just comes to b4, and then you win this pawn, and your pawn runs.
Oh, no.
Oh
no.
And so Ponkratov doing his best here, and the king now is very close to this b pawn, and this rook can come to d2. Oh, no, I was right. Oh, my God. That actually probably is part of it. It's part of the reason why Vishy made a mistake in this ending is he didn't have that much time. Probably got a little bit nervous. Oh, and a blunder right back.
Yeah, he blunders, but what is it? Is it B6 or H6? He's got 30 seconds. Time is ticking. Which one is it?
I wonder if he. Well, actually, I would play B6 because the problem is you play H6.
Rook
there might
B2.
There might be King C5. So in B6, I can keep going to B7. So this pawn gets advanced first, and then the second pawn can run.
H6, King C5 is so brutal. So B6, Rook B2, but isn't there like Rook B1 and then C2 somehow?
But Rook B2 doesn't threaten Rook takes B6 because of Rook G6 checks. So maybe there's King D1.
That's probably what he missed. Or I don't know, but he obviously missed something because when you take the pawn, you're basically allowing your opponent to push. And you would have probably expected B7. But the fact that Rook B2 is not a threat is so sneaky.
And that's such a critical difference. If we can bring up an analysis board really quickly here, we can show exactly the difference. Because if the H pawn had run instead here, then this rook comes to H2, threatening this pawn push, and you could take this pawn. There's no skewer. There's no check on the 6th rank after. So as we get to the live position here, Wait, what?
He missed it.
No! How? What?
What?
Oh no, Vishy!
Wait, he just...
Time trouble.
Wait, what is going on?
Oh.
It's just a draw, that's it.
And Vishy is really upset. You just saw on his face. He looked to the side. He's just like, what happened there? Let's go back to that moment.
In a must-win situation with the black pieces, Vishy turned to the sharp Sicilian defense. Ponkratov selected the Moroxi bind, a solid option suiting his need for just a half point. But then he played the inventive, overly inventive, consecutive moves G4 and King D1, castling queenside by hand, shocking the commentators. The engine did not approve, and Vishy found the flaws and secured a big advantage.
Are you seeing that move?
What? Is that a mouse slip?
No, he seems... What?
What?
Robert, do you and I not understand chess?
Can we just go back 2 moves here? I mean, black is much better. We see the eval, but we don't even need the eval.
What is he doing? What? Have you ever seen this before?
You mean you don't usually play G4 and then follow it up with King D1? That's not what you're...
I mean, I understood, like, King D1 must have been to go King C2, King B1, and castle by hand, but Robert, respectfully, what the like, what is this?
Black is spoiled for choice here. You can play B5. There's a king on C2. Let's open up this position, and you want to play D5. Okay, so Vishy's moves are obvious. I can't comprehend this. I think he's doing it for the fans. Ponkratov wants the fans to enjoy an Armageddon game.
Robert, he just sat there and shook his head. What's he shaking his head at? He's the one who played the moves. Like, he did it to himself. Vishy just developed this piece. It's not like Vishy started a crazy attack. Ponkratov just out of nowhere went G4, King D1, King C2, King B1. What?
I don't understand. Now there's 2 pawns under attack.
Pavel played a piece sack to mix things up, but Vishy was unperturbed and soon secured the full point.
There's going to be another game for Pavel. I'm looking at him as if he just lost the most important game of his life, and maybe that's true, but he gets another game after this.
Yep, and that's it.
Resignation. If queen takes f5, queen takes g1 with check, then this queen is picked up. So Vishy Anand, the 5-time world chess champion, wins with black. He needed to get this one, and they're going to Armageddon.
With the match going to one final Armageddon game, white would have 15 minutes on the clock. Black would get draw odds, but the players had to submit a bid with the amount of time they were willing to play with to get black and the coveted draw odds. The previous day, almost all bids were around 11 or 12 minutes, a hefty handicap for black, but a manageable one. Ponkratov clearly showed that he wanted only one thing, the white pieces and a victory. He bid 14.5 minutes. Vishy shocked the event coordinators, the commentators, and the world with a bid of just 7 minutes, less than half of Ponkratov's bid. Chess.com staff were stunned, but Vishy confirmed his bid, indicating his confidence in his speed and defensive skills with the black pieces.
But we have a bidding system, Robert. And would you like to fill in the viewers on what we just got told during the break?
Yeah, I'm still typing to the team behind the scenes because Vishy Anand bid 7 minutes. So he will have the black pieces with 7 minutes. Pavel Ponkratov will have 15 minutes with white, and Pavel needs to win. So I was confirming a few things, that Vishy knew that there was no increment, that he knew that the base time was 15 minutes. The team actually asked him those specific questions, 7 minutes black versus 15 white. Vishy said correct, repeated it vocally as well. So I'm shocked, but Vishy must have that much confidence in his ability to draw with black and his bullet skills.
Yeah, that's completely nuts.
Vishy played to neutralize Ponkratov's opening advantage, securing good squares in the center for his minor pieces. Unfortunately, his efforts to get pieces off of the board and to simplify, even at the cost of a pawn, were rejected by Ponkratov, who kept things complicated and kept up pressure on the clock.
I wonder if Ponkratov's in that mindset. He looks fully concentrated, Levy, but I get the sense that he kind of is trusting Vishy, and that can also add to your nerves.
Absolutely. And also realizing that you actually don't have forward progress. It's a very frustrating feeling. And to mention, not to mention that your time gap has gone from 8 to 3 minutes. So I did mention a while ago that they're going to get to around 2 minutes at the same time because of the pace of the game. Wow, that is a giant decision by Vishy. I am shocked. But bishop c4, you think?
Where else is that bishop going? I guess there's like a queen c5 check at some point, but this bishop comes up to e3. This is becoming a potential nightmare for Vishy. If this pawn can get up to f5, oh boy,
bishop e3.
Does he have
d4? Bishop f2 and queen f2.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just as Vishy narrowed Ponkratov's time advantage to its minimum, Ponkratov found consecutive shots with g6 and then f6, soon forcing checkmate.
b4. He's playing on instinct. He has to.
Yep.
He is not that afraid, but g6.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that is a crazy looking move.
All of the pawns.
Looks horrible to deal with.
What's Vishy going to do? Oh no, he's going to lose this game. I mean, there's just no way to survive with the king here.
And Ponkratov looking like he is in tip-top shape here to deliver a final blow in a couple of moves, and he will be the last person in Group F to make it to the round of 32. What a battle.
And what a stare Ponkratov has. I mean, that guy's scaring me. I'm not even his opponent.
Yeah, I mean, just a very strange turn of events these last few games. Yeah, Vishy doesn't... I feel like Vishy, once again, doesn't exactly know where the resign button is. I mean, he looks like he's looking around.
Yeah, he's going to resign. And you can just tell by, he's trying to find it. He's not used to it. He doesn't resign very often.
After Ponkratov's shocking upset of Anand, only 5 perfect brackets remain of the more than 10,000 that were submitted. Surely more surprises are ahead in the Chess.com Global Championship.